the purpose of this gathering is really to reform this country, to reform our political system, because our political system is broken. And really, I believe that nobody goes into politics for the wrong reasons. But somewhere along the way, most of our politicians have got lost. We currently have a government that are purely focused on the economy. They're a government for the economy. They're not a government for our society. Our society is broken. When you have people who cannot get medical cards, people in genuine need, the real test of any government, not just the current Fine Gael Labour government, is the way that they treat the less fortunate in society. And this government have let our people down so badly. They come into government so full of promises, and people, after the last regime, they really thought and they really hoped for something different. But unfortunately, we got more of the same, and it's even worse than that. But I regard this government as more of a junta than a democratically elected government, really. When, as I mentioned about society, I'm aware of one little girl. She's nearly 5 years old. She has Down syndrome, and she was recently assessed in the centre that she attends. And during the assessment, she showed herself to be very, very bright, which is fantastic for her parents and her family. But because of this assessment of brightness, she's now in danger of losing her special needs assistant. I mean, that is our so-called government, our so-called compassionate government in the year 2014. It is disgraceful. And to use disgusting, to use disgusting in its proper context, that is disgusting. But we have thousands of our people who are kind of living their lives in misery and pain behind their front doors. They're in deep financial trouble because of the way that our banking system let us down. And I would call on these people to come out from behind their front doors and start screaming and shouting. And I would encourage all of you. I mean, I had intended to run as a candidate, but there's an old saying that what makes God laugh, and the answer is people who make plans. Now, I've made plans. I had planned to run as an independent candidate, but I would encourage all of the independent candidates to be proactive in attempting to prevent our corrupt and dysfunctional banking system from evicting our people from their homes, farms and businesses. And we are known as the land, we are often called the Fighting Irish, but unfortunately we've lost our fight. We've lost our ability to stand up and be counted and to fight. But all I would say is that people power does work. I mean, we're all fully aware of the various taxes, the household charge, property tax, now the water charge. We shouldn't forget the septic tank charge. The septic tank charge was defeated by people power. When Matty McGrath threatened to bring human sludge up and spray it on the front lawn of Leinster House, Big Phil Hogan, or Little Phil Hogan as I call him, backed down, and he left it just as a €5 registration charge. They had intended the septic tank charge to be another cash cow, like the property tax and all of the other taxes that they have implemented or imposed on the Irish people. And just people power does work. I mean, when our political masters see 2,000 or 3,000 people protesting outside Leinster House, it's just a mere irritation, they don't care. But if 500,000 people were to turn up outside Leinster House, or 1 million people, then they would take notice. And just finally, can I say, James, sorry, I apologise for hogging your meeting, but can I just say that I would call on the Irish people. This is a great country. We are a great country. We have some fantastic people in this country. But unfortunately, our political system is broken. It is totally dysfunctional. And I would call on the Irish people, to get up off your knees, stand up proud, and let's take our country back.